Okay, welcome everybody. Today we are talking to Kate from Keynsham Mobile Massage, and we'll be talking about the benefits that your back will have from having a massage. So very welcome, Kate.
Thank you. And hello, everybody.
For those that don't know, my name's Sandy and I predominantly support individuals to reduce their lower back pain without solely relying on medical professionals. So I really think that Pilates and yoga, Pilates and massage go hand in hand. And so I wanted to speak to Kate today, whose job is to give massages, so you can have a little bit of insight for those people that have never had a massage before. Wait, shock, horror, you should always have a massage. It is lovely. Okay. So Kate, can I ask you, why do people with back issues need a massage? How would they benefit from having a massage?
Okay, there's the thing I really like about massage is that it helps in a number of ways. It's not just about manipulating the muscles. I'm currently doing a level 5 remedial and sports massage course. So rather than the kind of massage you'd have maybe at a spa where it's more about just relaxation and a bit of pampering, this is about sort of fixing issues, and we go into postural assessments and things like that, and we have a whole module on the back. But one of the other things we learn about is how there's 3 different pain dimensions. So you don't just feel pain because you've got a bad back or because you've injured your back. You can have pain because of stress. So when you're stressed, a lot of people know that their shoulders get very tight and that becomes painful. And you can also have pain where you probably heard of people having phantom limb pain who've had limbs removed. Yeah. And that's a neurological pain, and the body is still sending pain messages because it gets so used to it. And quite often, obviously with phantom limb pain, there's no tissue there to fix. But even if you do have tissue there can be an issue where there isn't actually a physical problem anymore. Yeah. But the brain is still sending signals that it hurts, which makes it very difficult to treat. However, the good thing about massage is that it covers all 3 planes. So we do help with the muscles. There's a lot of people probably don't know quite how a muscle heals. When you pull a muscle, you'll have little tears in it, or sometimes quite big tears in the muscle. That's what hurts. And when the body repairs it, it lays down fibres. And everyone who's ever seen a piece of meat will know that the muscle fibres go in the same direction. But when the repair kit comes along, it doesn't lay them down in the right direction. It's a bit like sort of fiberglass, just chucks it all on anywhere. And over time, it gets remodeled, so the fibers will straighten. But that needs some assistance, and that doesn't happen very well if you don't move, and that muscle doesn't move. So gone are the days where people with bad backs are told to lie on the floor and not move and not do anything. It's very much the school of thought now that movement's really important. So after the first 4 or 5 days, when you've got inflammation, then you need to start moving. Whatever muscle it is, it's your back, your wrist, your ankle, whatever, you need to start moving a little bit to start remodeling those fibres. Now, massage can help with that. Some muscles are quite difficult to move in a particular way, or it might be that the body's telling you not to. If you had back pain for a long time, you may well be moving slightly awkwardly and not even realise you're doing it. And massage can help remind the body how it's meant to be, how it's meant to move, and the direction that the fibres are going to go in. So it helps on a physical level. Also, sometimes back problems, or any muscle problems, but particularly in the back, are caused by the muscles contracting and not releasing. And sometimes the body just needs reminding that they can be released. And on the course I'm doing, we're learning more advanced techniques like muscle energy technique, where you stretch the body a little bit further than it wants to be stretched. It's not dangerous, it's just the body's very overcautious. And there's another technique called soft tissue release, where you're stretching the fibres. It's not dangerous, you're not doing it overly. It's just reminding the body that it can go that little bit further, because people can hold themselves in an awkward position for too long, and then they kind of get stuck like it. The other, so that's the sort of tissue dimension. The neurological dimension is a little bit harder to treat, but massage, it can help with it, because we can do things like pain gating. So you give the body a different kind of pain, and it focuses on that, and then it forgets about the first one. It's how heat lotions work. So when you put heat lotion on, you're putting another sensation, and the brain can't cope with two sensations coming from the same place. So it'll focus on the heat.
Never knew that. Thanks, Kate.
So that's one of the ways that massage helps neurologically. And then you've got the psychological stress reliefs. Most people who have a massage, particularly if it's a relaxing massage, will feel quite sleepy afterwards. Now I tend to, well, I'm mobile, so I always go into people's homes, and I tend to work in the evenings and weekends. So people can roll straight off the couch and into bed, and they don't have that whole having to fight their way across town in rush hour, because the only appointment they could get was 4 o'clock, and they've got to get back home at 5 o'clock, and then cook tea and get the kids to bed. You can have a nice relaxing massage afterwards, and lots of people have told me that they sleep so much better the night after they've had a massage. So all that helps with the stress, and if your pain is caused by stress, then massage helps that way as well. So yeah, that's what I like about massage. It covers everything.
Yes, thanks, Kate. So yeah, I've had massages with Kate, which is just lovely, and it's great to just sort of fall off the couch, usually in my dressing gown, and pop into my dressing gown after. And I definitely find that it helps me sleep for sure, and it definitely helps release out any tight muscles. Would you be able to like walk through somebody, in case they've never had a massage before, what happens? And also at the time of recording, we're going through coronavirus, so what in particular maybe happens during coronavirus when you go into somebody's house? You know, if somebody was thinking, oh, I really need a massage, but I'm a bit anxious and I haven't had a massage before and I'm worried about coronavirus, perhaps you could just talk us through that.
Okay. Right, so yeah, if I talk you through what happens when I turn up at your door. So I come along, I have all my kit with me. You don't have to provide anything. But I will turn up at your door wearing a mask. I also wear shoe covers so that I'm not bringing anything in. The guidance has changed slightly recently with the latest announcement from the Prime Minister. It's now in law that I have to wear a mask and a visor when I'm massaging. But I go a little bit further. Because I'm mobile, I've got no way of controlling the environments that I'm going into because they're people's houses. So I take extra precautions. I will wear a disposable apron because when I'm massaging people, I'll quite often hold their limbs against me, and so it protects my clothing. Yeah, so I wear shoe covers, a visor, a mask, and gloves. Gloves are a little bit contentious. A lot of massage therapists are arguing that they shouldn't have to wear them because hand washing is sufficient. I'm a member of 2 different professional organisations, one of which is kind of going on it's up to you whether you wear them. The government guidance says you have to wear them unless it's impacting the treatment. So with massage, people are arguing that gloves do impact the treatment, but all of my clients who have had a massage with gloves say they can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
And I think you probably agree with that.
I agree. And also, I think maybe it's even smoother because like we were saying about it doesn't absorb in the hands so much. So then the oil kind of stays on there longer. I have no issues with gloves, the feel of it at all.
And the reason, I mean, when I massage, I also use my forearm and my elbow, particularly for the deep tissue. Now people are saying, well, it doesn't make any difference because you're not using your hands. You know, if you go wear gloves, you ought to wear them up to your elbow, so there's no point in wearing gloves. But the chances of me having virus on me is much greater on my hands because that's what's touching surfaces. So even before I get to your house, when I get out of the car, I will sanitize my hands. I've got a sanitizer that kills everything. And then, so I'll then put the mask and the shoe covers on. I'll come in, I'll unpack my stuff. I will then clean down my couch. So I'll set it up, I'll clean it down, the headrest, the armrest, the actual couch itself, with an antibacterial antiviral spray. I then put the linen on the couch. Every one of my clients always has, but definitely does have a clean set of linen. So before coronavirus, when you went into spas, you quite often have, they would use the towels and the couch covers for more than one client, and they put a piece of paper over it, couch roll. I've never done that. I don't particularly like it. Couch roll I don't think is sufficient protection. And now we're being told it definitely isn't. So some people aren't using towels at all. I am, because I wouldn't ever want to make somebody lie straight on my couch. So yeah, all clean linen. I'm doing so normally with a massage, I would give a consultation with your first appointment. It's probably 15-20 minutes. Subsequent ones, it's just a quick, it's a bit quicker than that. And it's just a quick chat about what your expectations are, what areas you'd like me to work on. So people will say, oh, I've got back pain, I'd really like you to work on that. And a bit of case history, previous conditions, because there are some reasons why you can't have massage. There might be some areas where they've got, say, eczema that I need to avoid because it might be aggravated by the oil that I use. So it's finding all that out. At the moment, I'm doing that over the phone before I get to your house. This limits the amount of time I'm in your house. So done the telephone consultation, I turn up, I sanitize, I put my PPE on, I come in, I clean my couch, I set it up. I will then go and wash my hands whilst you get on the couch, and I ask you to undress down to just your underwear and get under the towel. So when I come in, there's nothing.
And the ladies keep on their bras or take them off?
If I'm only working on, so if I had somebody who I was only working on their legs, they can leave it on. Most people, I'm massaging their upper body as well, so then they would need to take it off.
Yeah.
So I then, depending on, so say they're having a full body massage, I will then start by doing a little bit of compression through the towel, and a little bit of rocking, just relaxes the muscles a bit. And then I will remove, you're covered in 2 towels, one top, one bottom. I'll remove, if I'm starting on the back, I'll remove the towel that's covering the area that I need to work on. The rest is covered, and I'll massage you. Some massages people have had before, they probably lie in complete silence. The massages I tend to give, I tend to talk through them because I need feedback. Particularly if it's more of a remedial massage. So if you have got a bad back and you're coming to me for a massage, then I will be going quite deep, and I need to know whether I'm going too deep and whether it's hurting. So there's kind of good pain and bad pain with a massage. When you have a deep tissue massage, some people think that unless it's hurting, it's not working. That's not entirely true, but it's entirely up to the individual. Some people know what pain is good and what pain's bad. So sometimes something's tender, but it's like a good pain. There's one expression I quite like, which is, "Oh, that hurts so good." And anyone who's had a deep tissue massage probably knows what I mean by that. So yeah, I'll be asking for feedback. When a lot of people don't like to say that something hurts too much. But I can normally tell if I'm talking to them because they'll go very quiet, or their feet might twitch, or their leg might move, and it's like, is that a bit sore? It's like, yeah, it is a bit, and then I'll back off. But I can't do that if the massage is completely silent, and the last thing I'd want is for somebody to not be happy with their massage. Equally, they might find that I'm not going deep enough, because everybody's got a different idea of what pressure they want. I've had people say to me, oh, I always have a sports massage, you can go as deep as you like, and I go in with a sort of fairly light touch, and oh, that's a bit hard. So everyone's different, and I do need that feedback. Yeah. So once you tend to start lying face down, then once I've finished that side of you, I'll cover you again with a towel and get you to turn over, still whilst covered, so complete dignity intact. And then I'll work on, so say I'm doing full body, I'd be doing arms, hands, legs, knees, feet. I tend to work around your body. I'd normally finish on neck, sometimes face and head if required, although at the moment with coronavirus, that's a little bit awkward. I am allowed to do it now, but it's slightly more risky because it's around the face. So unless you've actually got a head or neck problem, face problem, some people have problems with their jaws, then I wouldn't recommend having that at the moment. And then, so your massage is finished, you're hopefully nice and relaxed. I leave the room to go and wash my hands and my arms, and you can get yourself up slowly, because some people quite often feel a little bit lightheaded after a massage. I certainly do. If I'm face down for a long period of time, when I get up, the room's spinning a bit. So get up nice and slowly, get yourself dressed. I'll wait outside of the room until you're ready. Before I come back in, I'll always say, is it okay for me to come back in? Most people have got dressed incredibly quickly. I can't believe how quickly some people get dressed. Then I pack all my stuff up. My towels and all the linen goes into a plastic bag inside the bag I carry it in, so that no towels that are potentially contaminated touch the inside of my bag. Got to say, anything like my oils and anything like that I'm using, if I'm putting them on your surface, I will put a piece of couch roll down between my stuff and the surface. My couch bags and my couch bag and like cover and my sports bag that I carry my kit in is sanitized regularly, so that doesn't have anything on it. So those are the precautions that I'm taking. Oh, I did forget, I also take your temperature when I arrive. And part of the initial consultation, I will always ask, have you got a temperature? Have you got a continuous cough? Or has anybody in the household got any symptoms? So even if you've got children in the household that, you know, they've been sent home from school, you're waiting for test results, at the moment I would ask people to cancel that appointment. There is no cancellation charge. We can just rearrange it to another date. It's not a problem. I would much rather you did that than risk me catching anything and therefore potentially pass it on to people. Although with all the precautions, I'd like to see Corona try.
Thank you, Kate. So I've got a question as well. Do you think that Pilates and massage complement each other?
Definitely. Massage is great for releasing those muscles, but unless you do something, particularly the core muscles, where you have no skeletal support, so the sort of corset almost, the only way you're going to really stop having more and more problems is by strengthening your core. And it's not about doing sit-ups. People think, oh, I've got a really strong core because I've got a six-pack. No, you haven't. Well, you've got a strong core, but it's not about strength, it's about control. And massage therapists, or the remedial massage therapists, are taught to recommend home exercises. We can't prescribe exercises, but we can recommend things. And one of the things I would always recommend to somebody with low back pain is Pilates, because it's the right balance. You're not going to injure yourself doing it, but you are going to strengthen your core. You're going to be a lot more aware of posture. You're going to be a lot more aware of engaging your core. So it makes a huge difference. There's no point in me just coming and releasing the muscles every couple of weeks. It's much better as a preventative to strengthen that core, and the best way I think to do that is through Pilates.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I said that right, because I'll be honest, I haven't done Pilates for quite a while, and my core isn't very good at all.
Yeah, so the core is just to clarify for anybody, it's like a corset that wraps around the body all the way around here down to the pelvic floor and around the back of the body. And we want to keep that in Pilates. What we're aiming to do is keep that strong, supported, and also to stretch it out as well. So stretching out the muscles by doing back extensions, like on the front of the body, and also to strengthen it by doing safe core exercises. And that doesn't mean doing sit-ups necessarily or twist, those kind of like different things that you see perhaps, at the gyms. It's very gentle exercises, and Pilates was originally called controlology, so it's very much about moving those muscles with control rather than going, I can do 100 of these, and actually you're not using or engaging all of those right muscles. And so with Pilates, we're trying to strengthen and work all those muscles, so they work in unison and they like complement each other, so they're lengthened but they're strong at the same time.
One of the things that we were being taught at the weekend was that as an example of having something strong and having control over something being different is a lot of women, after they've had children, are told to do pelvic floor exercises. And they've now discovered there's some research being done into the fact that some women have got pelvic floors that are too strong, and it's causing the same problems. So giving them, I think it's Kegel exercises to do, is actually making the problem worse. And so now that slightly change of thought process, now that they're teaching women to be able to relax those muscles as well as tighten them. Yeah. I guess Pilates is something along the same lines, isn't it?
Yeah, because sometimes as well, just that whole, because that's more like the American term, the Kegel. Pelvic floor is really what we kind of call it, and they call it Kegel exercises. So yeah, like just drawing up as though you're holding the flow of urine, but also then relaxing back down as well. Is kind of, you want to do the two. You want to be able to do the two things together.
Yeah, and I think people have forgotten that when they think about like relating that to core. When people think of core, they just think of sit-ups, don't they, and horrible twists and all that kind of stuff. And it isn't about that. I've got clients with back injuries that go to the gym regularly, and it's not because they've injured it at the gym, and they think they're strong, so therefore they don't think they have to do anything like Pilates. But yeah, it's definitely a complementary process, I guess.
And Pilates gets recommended a lot now for people with pelvic floor and back issues, because all the doctors seem to be realizing that it is very useful. So yeah, as well, when you've worked those muscles and they're tired, having a massage after it is just perfect, because if those muscles are weak after you're working them for a while, they will get a little bit aching. So then to have that massage as well helps to relax them after.
Yeah. Although saying that, sometimes after a deep tissue massage you'll ache as well. Particularly the remedial massages, it's a bit like going to the gym for the first time in 6 months. If you haven't been for a while, you ache.
Yes.
It's because the muscles are being moved, like I was saying about movement being important for the healing process, and massage being that movement. I'm quite often moving muscles in ways they haven't been moved for a while, and so you can wake up the next morning feeling as if you've been to the gym.
Yeah.
But the good news is, if you move a bit, the pain goes away.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kate. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so, no. Thank you for having me.
Okay, you're welcome. So how can people get hold of you if they were in Keynsham and they were looking to have a massage?
Okay, well, I've got a website, so it's keynshammobilemassage.co.uk, and I've got an online booking system on there. There's also information, the risk assessment I've done for COVID, the precautions I'm taking for COVID, it's all on there. And yeah, you can see all my availability on there. Pick a date you like, an appointment you like, and it'll come through to me.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kate. And I highly recommend, Kate, if you're stiff and aching and you want to get, I really like a deep massage. And Kate's hands are always warm, which is lovely. So yeah, if you want a deep massage, Kate is your girl. And if you want to get hold of me for Pilates or indeed yoga, you can visit me at my yoga website. I did yoga before Pilates at yogakeynsham.com, Keynsham. or you can check me out on Facebook at Yoga Keynsham, or I've got a particularly lower back pain support group as well, which you can join. So thank you, Kate. It's been a pleasure. Check Kate out at Keynsham Mobile Massage, and thank you everybody for watching. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.